one. And whenever you are ready.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, and welcome. Welcome to the live YouTube group workout class for the month of May, provided to you by MS Workouts. So today's schedule, we are going to jump in and do our body fundamentals, a short body fundamentals, and then we're going to do a focus on. And that's what we do at our MS Workouts, and our focus on this month is going to be foot drop and ankle strength. So as you all, perhaps you've been on the YouTube channel for a bit, my name is Jacqueline Vandergeg, and I'm a steady pace trainer at MS Workouts. I also live with MS, so I know what that's like if you're dealing with MS or dealing with foot drop. I'm here, I understand, and we are here to support you. So welcome to this class. We're going to rock and roll and just give it our best effort, because that's the only thing we need to do. Fantastic. So I appreciate you all joining us today. And the one thing I want to mention before we get going, I'll circle back around on the end and share this with you again. So if you don't have this information, also repeat it again. And that is at the beginning next week, Monday, we have a 5-day foot drop immersive workshop. This is a fantastic way to get into MS Workouts. It's absolutely free. Head over to msworkouts.com and register, and you get 5 days of learning what we do at MS Workouts, pushing your muscles to exhaustion and seeing results. So head over to msworkouts.com after the class. I hope you work out with us and just give it your best. All right. So a few things I want to share with you before we get going, and this is often what I share in our live workout classes. I provide live workout classes to our members at MS Workouts every single week down here in my Steady Pace studio, which I'll get going. And what I have to share with you this week is the following. In order to rock and roll and get going, a few things that I wanted to share with you to make sure we are ready in terms of a checklist. Let's make sure, I'm going to switch my camera one more time. All right. So let's make sure we're ready to rock and roll. And that would mean I have a quick checklist there. I want you to make sure you have a cool environment. Make sure you also have water ready to go, because when we're working out, we often need a quick drink of water to rock and roll and give it our best. As well, I have on their progress journal. Perhaps you haven't been with our YouTube channel for a bit. Underneath this video, you will find a link to get a progress journal. This will help you in terms of writing down your results, so you know where you're at and where you want to go. In addition, we also have, I would like you to have resistance bands if you have them with you. If you don't, I will demonstrate when we do the exercises how you can make it more challenging. You can use a belt, you can use a towel, so give it your best. In addition, make sure you have a chair. So you're going to be doing most of our exercises are seated today, so that's perfect. And the last question is the last thing is to make sure your workout space is ready and you're free from any, safe or any hazards, any trip hazards, especially if you're moving around. So the quick question I have for you is, are you ready? Let's do this. So before we get going, let me just see if I can, I know what's happening. Let me switch here. Sorry, pause 1 second. The quick thing I wanted to share with you today, before we get going, it's a little quote to inspire and motivate you. It is never too late to be who you might have been. So keep that in mind as you jump in and do this workout class. It's never too late. Give it your best effort. You will see results. I'm not here to say I guarantee, I'm here to say that I have walked along so many people who have done amazingly well. I would name drop a name for you, Larry, who has, after, what has it been like, Felipe? I think it's been a little more than a year working out with us at MS Workouts, and he no longer uses AFO. So that could be you. Remember, just give your best effort. That's the only thing you need to do. All right. So as we get going, we are going to be starting with a leg extension. So that leg extension, I will do all this in the back there behind me, and we'll just give it our best effort. All right. Let me just focus my camera so you don't have to deal with a fuzzy me in the back and you can't see me. And give your best. If you have any comments, do leave them. We're on live, obviously, on Zoom, and we're live on Facebook as well, or on Zoom, as well as on YouTube. So you can definitely leave your comments below if you need to. Felipe, can you give me a thumbs up when that is focused for you? I think right about there.
Yep, looks good to me, Jacqueline.
Fantastic, thank you. So I'll head back, and you won't have to deal with me sitting up front here, and we'll give it our best. So as I mentioned, we are going to start with our leg extension. So that is a seated exercise. And here we go. It's going to help us improve our balance and our mobility. All right. So I'm going to take a seat. What we're going to be doing is sitting in our chair. I'm going to start with my left-hand side. So what I'll do is I'm going to take a band. Now, if you don't have a band, just don't worry about this. What I'm going to do is slide this band all the way up onto my left ankle. This will allow me to extend my leg and add resistance to challenge it. Then I need to add tension, so I'm going to step on the band with the opposite foot, and I'll extend my leg all the way up. So what I'm targeting here is I'm going to want to be squeezing my thigh, my quadricep. Now, to not engage those hip flexors, I want you to sit near the back of your chair, bum all the way to the back. We've got a band and tension on. And I want you to extend your leg all the way up, and we're going to squeeze. We're doing a dynamic form, so we'll be doing some movement. So I want to do a tension check as you slowly lower your heel towards the ground. That way you make sure you have tension. I don't quite have enough tension, so I'm going to pull it a little bit tighter. And we'll rock and roll. So if you're with me, I see many of you on Zoom with me here. Perfect. Give me a quick thumbs up, a long wave, so I can see that you're ready to rock and roll and I get this exercise going. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for the waves. Excellent. Fantastic. So again, sitting near the back of your chair, my band's on my ankle. We want to extend. Thank you. Appreciate the reactions. Perfect. So here we go. We're going to extend our leg all the way up. Here we go. Clock is on. Now I want you to slowly come nice and slow. Come nice and down for 7 seconds. Here we go. For 3, 2, 1. Pause. Now we're right back up. But I want you to squeeze your thigh the whole time. So as we squeeze this thigh, this quadricep, it's actively engaged for 1. Pause. Slowly coming right back down. Nice, slow lowering. Excellent work. Here we go for 2. Pause. Sitting up nice and tall, squeezing that thigh. This is going to help us have better mobility and better balance. This is why we're doing it. Up we go for 1. Pause. Just give it your best effort. Whatever the body will give today. I'm transitioning right back down for 2. 1. Excellent work. Pause. Right back up. I'm squeezing. My thigh is starting to complain. As I go right back up for 2. 1. Pause. Coming right back down. We're 45 seconds in. Excellent work. Just give it your best. That's all you got to do here today. For 1. Pause. Coming right back up. Remember, muscle exhaustion is success. That's what we want as I go right back up for 3, 2, 1. Pause and down we go. We're ready at what we call the exhaust range. 30 more seconds to exhaust these muscles if you haven't done so. Down we go for 1. Pause. Right back up. Give it your best. Here we go. And when you reach exhaustion, hold for 2 seconds and then slowly disengage. I'm holding. Pause. 15 more seconds as I go right back down and lower. Excellent work. Down we go for 2, 1. Pause and then up we go again. One more time for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold and slowly disengage. Excellent work. So take those notes. Make sure you write down the time that you exhausted your muscles, or perhaps you didn't exhaust your muscles. Write that down as well. I have the clock right here that I reset every time, and that writing those times down will help you know where you are, to know where you want to go. Excellent work. Of course, if you have any questions, throw them in the chat box. We'll circle back around as I can't answer them right now, but for sure we'll get them back home later on at the end. All right. So after we're doing this left side, we're going to flip over and do that right side. So let's do our right leg extension. Of course, it is a dynamic exercise. So here we go. So same exercise, just on the opposite side. So I'm going to sit into the back of my chair so my right thigh is fully supported. And I'm going to put a band on my right ankle. Now we're going to extend our leg all the way up. Now perhaps this is harder for you to do. What you can do, I'm just going to show you with another band, is you can assist that band, assist your leg all the way up and hold, and then slowly lower and give back to the body. Let the muscles do the work, the quads. But regardless, I have that band on my right ankle. Then I'm going to step on it with my opposite foot so that I have tension. I'm going to wiggle my bum to the back of my chair. So that way I have full support of my right thigh. Excellent work. And then we're going to extend our leg all the way up. And I'm going to do a quick tension check because when I lower, See, once again, I don't have enough tension. I'm going to add that tension. It has to be tight the whole time if I want my muscles to hit exhaustion, to get really close. Excellent work. So if you're on live here in the Zoom call, I can see some of you, and you're ready to rock and roll. Give me that quick wave that I know. Perfect. Thank you. I don't like starting without anyone. I do this often in my workout classes, so we all get together and we all can do it together. All right, so here we go. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's extend that right leg all the way up. Squeeze your thigh. Here we go. And clock is on. Now we're slowly going to lower that heel towards the ground. Tension. Make sure you're squeezing your thigh. Now we go for 2, 1. Pause. Coming right back up. Nice and slow. Point those toes up to the sky and squeeze that thigh to use the range you have. For 2, 1. Pause. And coming right back down. Excellent work. Here we go. Down we go for 2, 1. Pause, coming right back up, nice and slow. Remember, just whatever your body will give you today, just your best effort is all you gotta do for 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. And coming right back down, nice and slow. We're 30 seconds in. Excellent work. Down I go for 2. Pause, and then coming right back up, nice and slow. No momentum. Give your best effort. That's all we're looking for. Up we go for 2, 1. Down I go again. Here we go. Squeezing your thigh the whole time. It's starting to get difficult. I know it is. For 2. Pause. And then I want to go right back up and squeeze that thigh and start to shake over here a little bit. Up we go for 3, 2, 1. One more time to go right back down. Remember, muscle exhaustion is our goal when you can no longer move. Excellent work for 1. Pause. And up I go again. Nicely done. We're in the last 15 to 20 seconds to go. Up we go for 2, 1. Pause. Transition right back down. Keep squeezing that thigh. When it gives out, that's it. That's all. Down we go for 2, 1. Pause. One more time to go right back up. My thighs start to shake. That's it for me. I'm going to hold. Up I go for 3, 2, 1. And slowly disengage. Excellent work. Give your leg a quick shake out. Make a note in your journal what time you reach exhaustion on that right leg extension. Excellent work. All right. Perfect. So we're going to keep rocking and rolling with our body fundamentals here. We're going to switch over and do a torso extension. So we've just targeted both of our legs, both those quads. Now we're going to do a torso extension. So seated exercise as well. It's a dynamic torso extension. And here we go. This will be targeting our low back a little bit and our abs. So here we go. For that torso extension, I'm going to be seated in my chair, nice and tall, square in my chair. We're going to be moving forward. So make sure your pelvis is nice and square in your chair. What we're going to do is arms up. We're going to come all the way down. Keep your back flat. We're going to come all the way down, pause, and come all the way back up. The arms, we don't want the arms to actually cause momentum. We want nice and slow. You're going to feel this in your abs as well as your low back. To make this harder, if this is just too easy, not a problem. We all know we need to reach exhaustion. Hold a weight. I'm going to hold a band above my head. Same thing. Come all the way down. Pause and come all the way up. I see people do that quick test. Excellent work. So here we go. If you're ready to go, I see your arms up in the air. Perfect. Ready to go? Follow me to starting position. Sitting up nice and tall. Excellent work. Perfect. Make sure the arms are nice and tall. Nicely done. Here we go. Standing up nice and tall again. Clock is on. We're slowly going to go down for 7 seconds slow. So nice and slow for 3, 2, 1. Pause. Coming right back up. Let the low back, if you're feeling it, squeeze those muscles. Actively squeeze. Are rolling up for 3, 2, 1. Pause. Slowly going right back down. This is going to improve our mobility and balance. This is why we're doing it. Down we go for 2, 1. Pause. Squeeze those abs. Coming right back up. We want to be stronger. This is why you showed up today. Up we go for 2. Pause. Down I go. Actively squeeze the whole time. Excellent work. Look at that slow tempo. Good work for 2, 1. Pause. Coming right back up and squeeze those abs. No momentum. When you reach exhaustion, that's a good thing. Up we go for 2, 1. Pause. Down I go again and squeeze my abs. I'm feeling low back as well. Just your best effort. Nice work for 1. Pause. Coming right back up. Nice and slow. We're approaching the exhaustion range, so it's getting really tough, and I know it is. Keep breathing for 2, 1. Pause. Excellent work. Coming right back down. 30 more seconds to exhaust these muscles, guys. Let's do this. Excellent work for 2, 1. Pause, transition right back up. Nice and slow. Engage those abs. Up we go really slow for 2, 1. Pause. This is our last time down, guys. 15 more seconds. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. One more time to go right back up. Just dig deep. This time is for you. For 3, 2, 1. And slowly relax. Excellent work. That's a tough exercise. I'm sure you felt it. Give me a thumbs up if you exhausted your muscles. I'm on camera, so you're not. But you can wave at me. Give me a thumbs up if you exhausted those muscles. Nicely done. Good work. All right. So we're just about done what we call our body fundamentals. This is how I start all my classes. This is, of course, an abbreviated version on the YouTube here channel. But I'll show you what we do next. We're doing one more exercise, and that is our armchair push-up. If you've been around our channel for a little bit, you know our armchair push-up is a tough exercise, but it gives good results. So let's do this. So I'm going to sit in my chair. Now my chair has a lovely back rest. It does not really have arm rest, which is fine, but that's okay. You can do what I'm doing. I'm just going to hold the seat of my chair. Now, quick drink. The important thing here is we need to clear our bum off the chair. So if you can hold your armrest, let's say you had armrest and it's not really good, you would pop your hips right on up and clear your bottom. Otherwise, you can hold the seat of your chair. And I'm going to pop my hips right up and hold. I'm going to have a slight bend in my elbows and hold. We're just going to go for time here. Now, you saw my legs are straight out. If you have hyperextension in those knees and they bend back, don't do the straight out. What I want you to do is put your legs at 90 and just clear that chair. Keeping those hips, as you can, right underneath your shoulders. So this is a tough exercise. You're going to feel it. It's a good cardiovascular workout. I'm sure you'll hear it in my voice when I get going. All right. Nicely done. I see people getting in position. Perfect work. You don't need to wave at me because I can see you in position. Your cameras are on. And excellent. Here we go. You ready? Let's do this. All right. Come right on up. Follow me to starting position. Come right on up. Clock is on. And we're just going to hold and go for time. Slight bend in your elbows. Feeling this in your shoulders. Feeling in your pecs. Feeling your triceps. Keep those shoulders down. Don't let them creep up. We're just going to hold and go for time. Remember, muscle exhaustion is when we can no longer hold. And just hold it for time. If you exhaust, that's a great thing. That's success. That's telling our muscles they need to get stronger. Excellent work. This is primarily an upper body exercise. You're feeling in your arms, your deltoids, your shoulders. Excellent work. We're 30 seconds in. Good work. Success. Nice work. I see people exhausting, jumping right back in and finishing the set. Excellent work. If you disengage more than once, that's okay. Nicely done. Squeeze in that chair with your hands. Perfect. Keeping that weight in the palm of your hands, not on your fingers. Nice work. We're approaching the exhaust range. We're ready. 50 seconds in. Nicely done. Keep breathing. If you're like me, your heart rate is just a ripping. Good work for 2, 1. We're 30 seconds. 30 more seconds, guys, to exhaust these muscles. Squeeze that chair. Give back to your body. That's why you're here today, because you want to be stronger. You can be stronger. Good work. We got 20 more seconds to go. Give it your best. Nice work. The burn is starting to settle in my triceps for sure. Definitely in my shoulder muscles. Here we go, guys. 10 more seconds. Just give it your best. Nice work. Don't forget to breathe in that nose, out that mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly disengage. Excellent work. That is a tough exercise, but you did it. Your body will get the message when you exhaust your muscles that it has to get stronger. All right. So today in our workout class, we're going to switch over and do a focus on. We do lots of focus ons at MS workouts. I think we have about 11 of them or so. Anything from foot drop to ankle to wrist to quads, glutes, hamstrings, you name it. But our focus on for this month on our YouTube live workout class is a foot drop and ankle strength. This will help you improve your ankle strength, help you with foot control, and strengthen your calves. So here we go. We have 5, I think, exercises. Let's do this. Our first exercise will be our ankle eversion. All right. So an ankle eversion essentially is taking my ankle and everting it, moving it out. Now we're going to start on the left-hand side. What I'd like to do, if you have a band, what you can do is add resistance to make it harder. We're going to be pivoting on our heel of that left heel. To make it harder, I'm going to put that band on the ball of my left foot. Then I need to anchor that band down with my opposite foot to add that tension. I'm going to hold that band, make sure I have tension. And we're going to be pivoting and rotating my ankle out. And make sure you guys can see this in a good form here. Perfect. All right. So if you don't have a band, that's fine. And I have my toes slightly elevated, but perhaps you essentially don't have that ability to elevate your toes. That's fine. Take what you have. We're going to rotate our ankle all the way out, and we'll be doing dynamic, which is 7 seconds in, 7 seconds out. So I'm going to make sure I do a quick tension check here because I noticed when I came back in, I lost band tension. Perfect. So when you're ready and you've got that ankle eversion set up, give me a quick wave, a thumbs up. Like I've said, people in my live class, they never do it. They never stick out their tongue at me. And I said, it's okay because it's only me recorded. Excellent work. So sitting up nice and tall, engaging your core. I've got a band on my ankle. I'm going to rotate my ankle all the way out to the left as far as I'm able to. So take the range you have. Here we go. And clock is on. We're going to slowly come in for 7 seconds. So I'm going to stop at neutral. So keep that pace nice and slow. Put the brakes on for 2, 1. Pause. Now rotate right back out. Very slow. Pivot those, point those toes all the way out. Here we go for 2, 1. Pause. And coming right back in nice and slow. You're feeling this on the outside, the lateral side of your leg there, your calf. Out we go for 1. Pause. And slowly going right back out. It's called your anterior tibialis. Out we go for 3, 2, 1. Excellent work. Come right back in. We're 30 seconds and just give it your best, whatever your body will give you today. For 2, 1. Transition. Slowly going right back out. Nice and slow. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Coming right back in. Excellent work. Here we go. Nice and slow for 2, 1. Pause. Keeping it slow. Transition. Keeps the momentum out. Keeps it safe as I go back out for 3, 2, 1. Transition right back in. We're in the last 30 seconds where it's all about muscle exhaustion. Excellent work. Just give back to your body for 2. Pause and rotate right back out. This is going to help you have strong ankles so we don't trip on air. Out we go for 2, 1. Pause and slowly rotating right back in. Nice and slow. You've got this, guys. In we go for 2, 1. Pause and now slowly rotate. Actively engage the whole time. We're not letting it relaxing. Out we go for 3, 2, 1. And slowly relax. Excellent work. Give it a quick shake out. If you're like me, your anterior tibialis, that muscle on the outside of that lower leg, is on fire. Nicely done. All right. So we did that on the left side. Let's flip flop. Let's do it on the right side. We want both ankles to be nice and strong. So here we go. Same idea. We're going to take a band. This is my stronger side, so I'm using a stronger band because I know that this will get me a little bit closer to exhaustion. If I kept the other band, it would be hard. So what I want you to do, if you're using a band, is put that band on the ball of your right foot. Then we need to anchor that band off to add tension. So I want you to step on the band with the opposite foot. What I want you to do is sit into the back of your chair. We have our leg a little bit extended out. And I'm going to be pivoting on my right heel all the way out. So I can go that far, but if you can only go a little bit, that's fine. We've had lots of members who can't even lift their toes and just, sit there and actively think about turning and rotating that ankle out. So when you have that band ready and you're ready to rock and roll, give me a quick wave, a thumbs up. I can see a few of you on camera here. Perfect. I don't want to start without you. That's what I always say in class. That's why I just repeat it, because this is what I do all the time. And I love it. All right. So sitting in the back of your chair, and I'm going to pivot on that right ankle. So here we go. Pivot, rotate your right ankle all the way out. Squeeze, hold, clock is on. We're slowly going to come in for 7 seconds slow for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at neutral. Slowly rotating it right back out. You're feeling the anterior tibialis on the outside of that right leg this time. Out we go for 3, 2, pause. Coming right back in, nice and slow. Just give it your best effort, whatever the body will give you today. Out we go for 2, 1. Pause. Now we're going to rotate right back out. Nicely done. Out we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And coming right back in, nice and slow. No momentum. Stay engaged the whole time for 2, 1. Pause. Transition right back out. You've got this, guys. Dig deep. Out we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Coming right back in. Remember, muscle exhaustion is our goal. That's success. Down we go for 2, 1. Pause. That's how the body, as I go right back out, will know it has to get stronger. If your body can do it, it's not going to get stronger. I promise you. For 1, pause. It has to be overloaded. Coming right back in. 30 more seconds to exhaust these muscles. Let's do this for 2, 1. Pause. Transition right back out. Just give it your best. We got 20 more seconds to exhaust these muscles. I go right back out. I'm squeezing. Oh boy. For 1. Pause. And coming right back in. Nice and slow. You've got this, guys. Last time to come all the way in. For 2, 1. Pause. Now I want you to rotate that ankle one more time. Just give it your best. If you're already exhausted, jump back in and don't. Give it your best for 1. Pause and come right back in and slowly relax. Excellent work. So jot those notes in your journals or on a scrap paper to write it down later so you know what time you reached exhaustion, because that'll help you dial those exercises in. You can also jot form. So you know what? I need to make that one harder, or I have to watch because my ankle rotated funny. Whatever it is, write those notes down so next time you take the guesswork out of it. All right, so next up, we're going to do some dorsiflexions. So that is some ankle dorsiflexions. All right, so here we go. A dorsiflexion looks like so. So I'm using a band, but you can use a belt, you can use a towel. A dorsiflexion essentially, let me make sure I got a good angle here, is to flex my toes all the way up. Now we're doing a metabolic set, which is different than what we just did, dynamic. Metabolic means we're going to hold and go for time. Reminds me of the armchair push-up. We're holding and going for time. So what you can do is you can assist. So I can, at this point, after quite a few years at MS workouts, I can raise my toes. But if you're a beginner, not a problem. Everyone's a beginner once. You can start by assisting your toes up. So I have a band. You can use a belt. You can use a towel. We're going to flex and bring these toes up towards our shin. That's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to hold. So I'm going to hold all the way up, and that's my starting position. We're going to hold and go for time. We're not doing any movement, and just give it our best. All right. So when you're ready, you've got a band or something, or you're ready to try to assist this one. All right, and I'll rock and roll and lead you on. Give me a quick wave. I see a few of you on camera. If you're ready to go there, fantastic. All right. Thank you all so much. So here we go. I've got a band. I'm going to assist my toes all the way up. Here we go. So follow me to starting position. Bring those toes all the way up as best as you can. Clock is on. Now what I want you to do is slowly let go of that band or loosen it. Now your foot may slowly fall a little bit to the ground. It may fall all the way to the ground, but just keep thinking about pulling those toes all the way up. Okay. We're hitting that anterior. If you drop the band altogether, that works too. We're thinking about hitting that anterior tibialis. We're pulling our toes all the way up. This is going to help us. And we're going to lift and walk. We don't want to actually trip over nothing. And we're just going to go for time here. Just keep thinking about engaging and pulling those toes up. Some of my members in our class like to close their eyes and just focus. It helps them focus on thinking about pulling those toes all the way up. We're going for time. We're 35 seconds in. Good work. Just give it your best. You're going to start feeling that anterior tibialis, the muscle on the outside of the leg, shaking again. And that's perfectly normal. All you got to do is your best effort. And honestly, it will work. Remember, muscle exhaustion is when you can't go anymore. Let's say your ankle gives out or your foot gives out and falls to the ground. You can no longer do it. That's a good thing. You're telling the muscles it has to get better. We're holding for 3, 2, 1. Perfect. We're a minute in. Keep going. We're in the last 30 seconds, guys. Sitting up nice and tall. Trying to flex that ankle. Whew. Trying to get really hard. My legs start to shake a little bit. Probably can't see it right there, but I'm doing my best. I'm pulling my toes up as best as I can. Squeezing that anterior tibialis. I want strong muscles, so I have strong calves, strong ankles, so I don't trip and fall on nothing. We've all been there. I know I've been there lots of times. I'm sure you have too, as we're holding for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly disengage. Give that ankle a quick shake out. Excellent work. Make a quick note what any comments you have about that assisted dorsiflexion, and then we'll rock and roll and keep going. We're going to obviously do this on the other side because we want both of our ankles, both of our flexors good to go. All right. So for that dorsiflexion on the other side, same idea. Use a band, use a belt. We're going to assist it all the way up and just give it our best. Now I'm using a band to pull my foot all the way up. Now I can pull it up quite high. You can't even pull it up like just a little bit. That's fine. Take whatever range of motion you have available to you. Don't feel bad. That's just where you're starting. You're going to go further. All right. So we're just going to assist that, those toes all the way up, and then we'll give it our best. So when you've got a band or you're ready to, you don't need a band. That's really fine. Perfect. I see a thumbs up. Perfect. Excellent work. So here we go. We're going to assist those toes all the way up. Clock is going to go on. Now I want you to slowly let go of that band, lose some tension, so that when you give back to the body and you're feeling that anterior tibialis pulling your toes up, pulling all those toes up. So I'm going to drop my band because I'm able to do that right now. I know at one point I couldn't, but that's okay. I can now. So I'm going to pull my toes up. I'm going to squeeze that anterior tibialis and just give it my best effort, whatever that looks like today. Nicely done. We're ready 25 seconds in. It's going to start shaking, rattling, and rolling. And to be completely honest, this can be very different on the left side versus the right side. We all have our strong side. We're 30 seconds in. Keep pulling those toes up. Squeeze that anterior tibialis. Don't let it relax. If it relaxes, that's a good thing. That's muscle exhaustion. Just remember that time. Jump back in. Write that time in your journal later. Nice work. We're 45 seconds in. I'm squeezing hard. Woo. I'm feeling my anterior tibialis. It doesn't like me right now. We've hit it a few times in this class. Nice work. We're approaching the exhaust range. Things are getting challenging. Excellent work for 4, 3,
yes, please.
2, 1. Good work. We're 30 seconds to go, guys. Rock and roll. We're in the
I
last
want
seconds. We can do this. Pull those toes all the way up. Nice work. 20 seconds. Just give it your best. When you reach exhaustion, that's success. There's a different definition of success than we like to think, but it honestly is. That's how you'll see results. We're holding for 10 more seconds. Nice work. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly disengage. Woo, that's a really good burn. Excellent work. So take those notes in your journal, make that time that you exhausted, and any other comments that you perhaps may have. All right. We're just about done this little exercise class here. We're going to finish up with some dynamic heel raises. This is going to hit our calves. All right. So let's rock and roll and do this. This dynamic heel raise is a fun one. I think I did it this week in class as well. What we're going to be doing is when you're sitting in our chair, we're going to raise our heels. So we're going to come all the way up onto our toes. So I like to make sure my feet, my knees are right out above my heels. My knees and our heels are under my knees. And we're going to come all the way up onto our toes. And we're going to hold and just go 7 seconds up, 7 seconds down. Now, this may feel very different, left side versus right side, depending on what your the tone of your calf is. I know typically my left calf has more tone, which means it actually exhausts earlier, but that's okay. Just going to give it our best. I like to remember the time for both and say, oh, I exhausted this one at that time or this one at that time, other time, and that's perfectly fine. All right, so we're going to come all the way up onto our toes. Now, I do have members who tell me that their strong side, they'll put a weight on the one knee and not on the other knee, just to make them both exhaust. So you can do that. You can just pressure your hands on your knees, and that'll work too. All right. So if you're ready to do this heel raise, give me a quick wave. Fantastic. I appreciate the waves. I don't like starting without people. Can you tell? All right. So here we go. Sitting up nice and tall in my chair. I'm going to follow me to starting position. Come all the way up onto your toes. Clock is on. And now we're slowly go down for 7 seconds. So bring your heels towards the ground. We're not going to relax for 2. Pause. Come right back up onto those toes. Nice and slow for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Down I go again. Nice and slow. Here we go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Dynamically come right back up. Up we go nice and slow. Here we go for 3, 2, 1. Pause. Come right back down. Remember, muscle exhaustion is our goal. That's success. Down we go for 2, 1. Pause. And slowly coming back up. I'm only smiling because my left side's shaking already. Up we go for 3, 2, 1. Woo, good squeeze there. Down we go. Keep squeezing. Don't let the muscles relax. We can do that at the end. Down we go for 2, 1. Pause, transition right back out. Come all the way up onto those toes and give it your best effort. That's all we're looking for. Up we go for 2, 1. Pause, and now slowly go right back down. We're 1 minute in. You're doing it. Good work. This time is for you for 2, 1. Pause, and one more time to come right back up. Just give your best. A few more efforts. Nice work. Up we go for 3, 2, 1. Good squeeze there. One more time. Go right back down. It's our last time to exhaust our muscles. We can do this for 2, 1. Pause and transition. One more time. All the way up the top. You've got this, guys. Dig deep. Up we go for 3, 2, 1. Pause and slowly relax. Excellent work. Make those notes in your journal. Like I said, you can have different times for left side, right side, and that's perfectly normal. Excellent work. So thank you all for joining me today. I have a few things I want to quickly share with you before we head out. And that is this. We always say this in our workout classes. I say it all the time. Before you head out, reminders, make sure you get protein. If you push your muscles to exhaustion, you need to build them back up. That's protein. That's what we need. In addition, make sure you take time off. When I say by time off, active rest. Don't do these exercises every single day. If you're pushing your muscles to exhaustion, more is not better. You need to give your body at least, I always say 48 hours. So if this was Thursday, I think I'm doing this on, so wait till Saturday to do them again. And lastly, please sign up for check out our 5-day foot drop immersive workshop. Head over to msworkouts.com to register. All the information is there. It's absolutely free. You don't need to put a credit card in. You get it all in. It's 5 days. You get a whole bunch of workouts. You get active rest activities. You get a wealth of information, and you get a huge support group. So it's a fantastic way to do it. This registration closes on Sunday night. So please register before then so you get all those emails. And otherwise, thank you all so much for joining me. I'll be back on next month on the YouTube channel. And as always, I'm going to finish up here at the end. If you have questions, we can answer any questions at the end too. So I think that's about it. Felipe is on with me right now.
Yes.
Anything else I missed, Felipe?
No, not at all, Jacqueline. So yes, at this point, we're going to be answering some questions, just doing a little bit of a coaching session. We did get some really, just fun comments here, Jacqueline, on YouTube, right? We had Ali said, he gave you a thumbs up. We had Vicky saying hello from Greece. Carol from sunny Sacramento, California, saying hello to you. Ken Law from South Africa. He says that he loves Jacqueline's confident coaching. So a little love for you there. We had a thumbs up from K-Love. Paula Hall says that she's very glad to be here live. And then, of course, we had several individuals join us on Zoom that we're really, really happy about. I was the one about the commercial YouTube. Okay. Yeah, no problem at all. So, yes, at this point, y'all, let's go ahead and ask questions. Sandy, I saw that you had a question here. I don't know if it was a question exactly, but I think you said couldn't. So were you having trouble on one particular exercise?
Yeah, the armchair push-up, I couldn't get my rear end to move off the chair. So I don't know if there's like an accommodation or another way to do that.
Jacqueline, what are your thoughts on that?
Is it a weakness in your arms?
Probably
or
so.
Is it just, I would, give it your best. I think I'm trying to think, Felipe, but if you can't, usually you can get a little bit off and just actively engage, right? Even if you can only get off like a smidgen off. Can you get a little bit off your, or not? You can try quickly, just a little bit, like you're even like a push up.
Like a millimeter.
That works. Start there. I know when I first did that one, I was like, you want me to do what? Do you have armrests? Do you have armrests on your chair?
No.
Okay, because sometimes that might help a little bit more, right? Because you have a little more support. And do make sure, I think I might have missed this, but do make sure you push through the palms of your hand, not your fingers, because that'll put too much pressure on your wrists.
Okay, thanks.
Give that a try? I'm just trying to think. If you can't, even a millimeter is good to start. You're gonna feel it. You're definitely gonna feel it through those arms, through those shoulders. And every time it shows up in class, I know my classes always like, I'm sorry, it's armchair push-up time, but we just give it our best.
We call it the squat of the upper body.
Upper body.
Sandy.
It's
so
worse
it is
when I ask them to do both.
Yeah. Well, and Cindy, it's I think it's a good question that you asked because that exercise is a metabolic, right? So we're not trying to get range out of you, right? We're
Yeah.
just trying to engage muscles where they are currently at, right? At your point right now with the chair you're using, you're getting a millimeter, right? And then time under engagement. You continue to apply that, you will see the performance increase. And that's such a functional exercise because how many times do we need to get up out of the chair or the bed on a daily basis, right? That exercise must be performed. So I hope that kind of helps clarify a little bit, Sandy.
Very much. Thank you so much.
It's our pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Did you have any other questions we can help you out with?
I got an email about the $15 program because I've joined this before. I've joined other programs and I kind of dropped out. So does the $15 program have any live classes, or I don't know what that entails?
So I think the $15 program is not associated with MS workouts. I'll be honest, Sandy. I believe that's one of the other services for MS. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah. We don't have a $15 program. We start. We have a $69 a month plan. You could do a 3-month plan for $177 or an annual plan. I think it's for $468. And I know those prices seem a little steep, but what we've learned is we want to work with individuals who are serious about this program, who are going to commit, who are not just going to treat it like, kind of a throwaway, hey, this thing that I have, then you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Dropped out of several programs and yeah.
It's understandable. And I think the unique thing about ours that we give you something to do every single week, like what you just did with Jacqueline, right? It's like an assignment. Hey, this is what you're going to do for the week. So it's not like this thing where you just jump in and kind of pick and choose what you're going to do. There's an assigned routine. And if you decide to become a member, you can actually do a consultation with me and I can build you a personalized weekly workout routine using the programs we offer. I'll tell you what to do on your recovery days, on your active rest days. We have live Q&As every Tuesday. So, we want to see you succeed. That's really, really, truly our passion with this. Yeah. Jacqueline, is there anything that you want to kind of piggyback on that?
Yeah, for sure. Like there's, I'm just thinking of Paulette. I don't know if you know Paulette. I've been working with her since February. She joined our immersive workshop in February and she since has become a member. I see her 3 times a week because twice a week doing workouts with me. And then on Fridays, I always have a community chat too. And she's absolutely amazing. Like she's jumped right in and she's starting to see results. It's really cool to do that. The support group we have as members, just people living with MS, or even other diseases like Parkinson's or whatever, is absolutely amazing. So I know I'm speaking as somebody who is leading the workout classes, but I also speak as somebody who has MS, and it's super powerful. Like we need that community to help support us, and we're all in it together. Like my live workout class yesterday was probably one of the largest I've had. It was like 20 some odd people, and the big thing that people show up is because of the community. They're like, you know what, you feel less alone as opposed to signing up for an online program and you don't have the community. So we have those live events to support you in that way. And I record them all too, so that if you perhaps can't catch them live, you can always catch the recording as well. So that's something we offer. That's what I would love to share with you. If that's something that you're looking for sort of support along the way, you will find it, whether it be in, fellow members, whether it be in, Felipe helping you set up a schedule, or whether a consultation where we, answer questions weekly, or, a doctor in to help us learn more things. So
last question, somebody asked about driving. I'm also struggling with driving because my right foot is affected. Does any of these ankle things help with ability to drive?
Yeah. Who was I working with? I think it was Lisa. Lisa said after last month, she was like, her driving was better because we were doing quads, glutes, and hamstrings. And she's like,
oh, nice.
I don't know if I told you that. She was telling me that. She's like, Jacqueline, I don't know what's up, but my driving's way better. Like, and then that was a quad. She was working on quads, glutes, and hamstrings, which is more of the thigh muscle that she was dealing with. But she's like, she was noticing it. So yeah, definitely. When you improve your foot drop, then everything kind of, it goes all in hand. I mean, we don't guarantee that you're for sure going to help with driving, but if you hit those muscles appropriately, you will see results, and that can translate into real life things, right? Into walking, into getting out of chairs, into driving. And that's what we're all here for. I mean, thank you so much. Where I came from was I was dragging my feet and I couldn't do grocery shopping because I was literally dragging my feet from poor hip flexors, and I thought it was foot drop, like a bit of both. But yeah, so now I guess my husband's probably like, you grocery shop too much, but I can grocery shop, so I will. Any other
Excellent.
questions out there?
Thank you, Sandy. Yeah, so we had Maya saying hi from Trinidad, which is really cool. So truly a global community here. Paula's asking, can we do the exercises 2 times in one day?
I love the desire. I love the desire, Paula. Great question. The thing is, if you are pushing your muscles to exhaustion, one, you shouldn't be able to, or you will not want to do them twice in a day. So I know that you said, oh, well, only 48 hours apart and every other day. Don't do them twice in a day. Push your muscles to exhaustion. You have one immune system, and write down those times. Give your body the time it needs to recover, and then you'll see results. More is not better, but I can hear it in your voice. I can hear it in the question. I get this one often. People want to do more because they're itching, to do more. And it's sort of stay true to the program, and you will see the results. Trying to think, anything else you want to add to that, Felipe?
No, and like you said, Jacqueline, that's I see that in the community with MS. So many individuals are so incredibly active, right? I help onboard individuals. So when you become a member of MS Workouts, we can have a conversation. The first thing I ask is, what are you doing outside of MS Workouts currently? And it's amazing how active our community is, right? We're doing yoga, we're going to PT, a lot of us are going to the gym, a lot of us are going to Pilates, right? All sorts of different things. So the desire to improve is there. But what we see is they lack a component of strength training. They lack that weekly time where they can tell their muscles, hey, where you're at is not where I want you to be. I need you to get stronger. I need you to become more functional. And to do that, I got to put you to failure. Okay. And we call it neuromuscular failure because we're not just working the muscle system, we're also working the central nervous system. Okay. That does respond to failure. But if you're doing exercises every single day, you are exacerbating that system. Okay. And that's what we work to prevent. So I appreciate you letting me add a little bit to that, Jacqueline. We had a question here from Kathleen. She says, okay, I was late, but made the best of what I got. Exactly, Kathleen. Doesn't matter if you're late, right? You showed up, you did what you did. It's better that you got, 10 minutes of strength training today than nothing at all this week, right? Your body's going to feel it. So really, really nice. Shazad asks, how do you manage foot curl as part of the foot drop issue? So I'm a little bit unclear on that question, Shazad. If you want to clarify, Jacqueline, does that make sense to you?
I'm thinking perhaps like
so my turtles curl. Just talk about their turtles curl up, right? Which is really, we see that with individuals living with foot drop. They either those toes curl. We have an exercise as part of our foot drop focus on series, Shazad. Okay, it's called the toe curl. I'm going to show it here for you. Okay, so this is our membership portal here for y'all. So it's really nice as our members do their full body fundamentals, which you guys did, and then they personalize their workout by choosing a symptom. Okay, so we're all here for foot drop, right? So you're going to do your full body fundamentals. I'm going to just show y'all real quick how it kind of looks like. Each week, Jeff gives you a little announcement. So it's going to be brand new. Hey, this is what's going on in MS Workouts. And then we're going to ask you to perform the first exercise all the way to the last one to the best of your ability. Immediately after that, you're going to click the home button here, the MS Workouts logo, and then you're going to personalize the workout by finishing it off with a symptom to focus on. So I'm going to click here into foot drop because this is the question you had, Shazad. Okay. We have an exercise called the toe flexion and extension. Okay. And if you notice this one here, it is completely focused on that curl. Okay. It's literally like think of a bicep curl, except for your toes. Okay. So our members have been able to progress through this, right? And it has helped them really be able to, relax those toes a little bit. We also offer stretch classes, right, that you're going to be performing on your recovery days, right? We have yoga stretch classes and PT style restore movement series. So on the stretch classes, right, you can be performing the foot and calf stretch. And we have one, specifically for like your toes. And you can see, really how deep kind of we get into it. And lastly, we offer this new series for foam rolling. So if you want to use this, if you have a foam roller, they're about $10. We offer them on our website if you want to purchase them through us. But Jeff actually takes you through a foot foam rolling session, and it is just unbelievable. And I think that's going to be also really effective. You see, you kind of use it up here towards the top, and he instructs you how to do that. That'll be also really effective and releasing some of that tension, allowing the foot to open up. But, we are very science-based, right? Which means we measure everything. Everything is an experiment. We're going to put the stimulus on you. We're going to see how your body responds, and then we're going to kind of manage and adjust along the way. But step one is you attempting those exercises. Sorry, I would show you, but it's hard to show. And thank you for pronouncing my name right. Yeah, Shazad, absolutely. My name is Felipe, so I get all sorts of different pronunciations on my name. So I understand the gratitude there. All right, let me see. Jacqueline, did you have anything you wanted to add on that one?
No, that's excellent. That's great.
Perfect. So Paula Hall, my walking is challenging. So once a day is good for me. Yeah, exactly, Paula. And one thing too, Jacqueline, you can piggyback on this one. What y'all just did today is strength training. Okay, high intensity strength training. What that means is that you took your muscles or your neuromuscular system to a point of failure. Okay, so you need to expect that for about 3 to 4 hours after this class, you might feel acutely fatigued. You might feel sore, right? You might feel tired. That is acute. It's going to go away. And it's a necessary part of the process of gaining strength. Okay. As you stay consistent with the program, right, you will see that you become sore less. Okay. That, you can do your full body fundamentals and 2 hours later, you're ready to rock and roll. So I saw that we had a question, I think, Jacqueline.
No, Sandy was leaving, so I waved at her and she
okay. So she was like, this guy, Felipe, talks too much, man. I'm gone.
No, not at all. No, I was going to mention, because I remember I sat down with Tom, and when Tom first started, he's like, I was doing one workout a day, or one workout a week. And he goes, then I slowly added a focus on, and he goes, and now he's up to 3 workouts a week, and every workout he adds a focus on. It's just taking him time. But when you first start, these are high intensity. So I completely expect you to be sore and tired if you are pushing your muscles to exhaustion. And you won't want to do them more often. I know you won't. Exercise isn't always fun. So, but as you gain strength and as you do it more frequent, frequency, more weeks in, you will see improvements and you will, get stronger. So then you can do, 2 classes a week or maybe even 3. So.
Well, perfect, Jacqueline. I think we got to the end of the questions here. So, I'm going to pass it off to you. But before I do, I know y'all can't see me if you're on YouTube because Jacqueline's video is spotlighted. But, so I'm just kind of this voice over. But I'm Felipe. I'm the MS Workouts Member Support Specialist. So if you email me, team@msworkouts.com, I'm usually individual to help y'all out. Superstar, Shazad said. Appreciate that, Shazad. And I think that Superstar is a comment towards Jacqueline, but I'll take half of it myself.
You can take it for yourself, Felipe. You
for everyone, for the entire team, MS Workouts team, Superstar. So I always remember that movie with Molly Shannon, Superstar. I don't know if you recall that one, but we really thank y'all, for allowing us to be part of your journey. Please sign up for that immersive workshop. Jacqueline's going to give you some more information about that. We do this live workout class every 3rd Thursday of the month. It's really a way to allow y'all in the community to experience steady pace because, like I said, y'all are active. Most of y'all are going to PT, but most of y'all, I'll be honest, are lacking that strength training component. And that's really what we're here to help you out with, because once you add that, you'll see results that you never thought possible. So thank y'all again. Jacqueline, I will let you take it away. And then I'll kind of instruct you when to end the presentation. You might kind of have to hang out awkwardly for a second, okay?
Oh, that's okay. I do that often. So thank you all for joining us, whether you're here or you're catching the replay live on YouTube. It's been a great class. I know you push your muscles to exhaustion. Be sure to get that protein in. And I'd love to see many of you and all of you next week. We have that 5-day foot drop immersive workshop. It's all encompassing. It's 5 days. It's super encouraging. There's a whole group of us already in there. So head over to msworkouts.com to register. And let's do this. Let's be stronger than MS. Let's push these muscles so we can do the things that we love to do. And otherwise, I'll see you next month when I jump back on live here on YouTube and lead the next workout class next month. So take care, everyone. and I'll chat to you all soon. Bye for now.
All right, just hang out.